The prairie was dead silent when we started that set, the kind of silence that makes you question whether anything's even alive out there. Then we ripped a single howl across the country, and the entire place lit up. 6 coyotes answered. 2 completely different groups. 3 to the north, at least 2 to the south, and 1 solo barking back like he owned the section. Just like that, the quiet turned electric. You could feel it. This wasn't going to be an average stand. We had set up smart. 50 yards east of us with a shotgun, covering the close stuff. The collar was positioned exactly where it needed to be to pull them across the wind without giving them an easy scent check. And I had already been talking about how quiet daytime sets had been lately. They've been vocal at night, but during the day? Nothing responding. Until now. The first group to the north was initially downwind. When they answered, they sounded closer than they were. We ranged them later at around 900 yards. Then we saw them crest a little point, 700 yards out, locked in and coming. They didn't hang up. They didn't circle wide. They came in on a rope. The first coyote eased in quiet, almost too quiet. Laid up in the shadows like a ghost. For a second I thought if he stops at 400 that might be the play. But he kept working closer. When he finally presented the shot, locked him up with one of the quietest rifle reports you'll ever hear. I was literally between the muzzle and the coyote and thought, did he just shoot? That custom .22-250 paired with quiet, precise, devastating. Here's the part most guys won't do. We stayed put. Our entire set lasted about 45 minutes. After the first coyote dropped, we didn't celebrate. We didn't move. We didn't stand up. We held tight. 25 minutes passed before the second group even worked into range. That's predator hunting discipline. Most hunters would have walked out and left coyotes on the table. The second pair came in cautious. You could see the body language instantly. The female hung back near the tree line, almost trying to hold the male up. The same behavior we saw in the first group. She peeled off, suspicious, never fully committing. The male kept working forward, crossing the creek and stepping into one of the ranged landmarks we had already marked. He stopped just over 200 yards, maybe pushing 250. Settled in and sent it. The coyote spun once, maybe twice, and laid down. Done. Two mature males on the ground. That's solid predator control right there. Meanwhile, we had eyes scanning constantly. Look for number 3 in the shadows. They were there. You could hear one barking to the south the entire time. One of them definitely caught our scent cone at some point. You could see the body language change instantly. He was about to walk straight into John's lap before that wind swirl gave us away. That's how fast it can flip. We brought both a shotgun and a rifle on this set. In hindsight, it might have been a double rifle setup kind of stand. With how they approached, we might have had 4 dead coyotes if everything broke perfect. Maybe not all on film but on the ground. Still, as sketchy as that last female acted, she probably would have slipped out no matter what. Tough animals. Smart animals. And speaking of tough, one of those coyotes had a nasty infection on its face. Probably from a bad fight. Swollen, torn up, smelled awful. Coyotes are unbelievably resilient. They fight hard, survive harder, and still come charging into a howl when their territory gets challenged. That's something worth mentioning too. We didn't just run prey distress and hope. We antagonized them. Challenge howls. Territorial pressure. Just enough to get under their skin and make them commit. You could see it in the way they responded, especially those dominant males. Right now, taking those mature males off the landscape matters. It shifts territorial pressure and impacts how groups function. And again, patience won the day. 45 minutes on a stand is a long time when nothing is moving. But when you know coyotes are in the area, when you've heard them answer, it's worth every minute. The conditions were perfect by the end. Sun dropping. Thermals settling. Pines to the southwest looking real good for another setup. We've still got daylight left. Half a mile move, get tucked into those trees, maybe let warm that shotgun up if one decides to slip in tight. That's the beauty of predator hunting like this. Strategy. Sound selection. Wind awareness. Ranging landmarks before they arrive. Staying quiet after the shot. Most importantly, not quitting too early. 2 mature males down on a tough, patient set. Could have been 4. Might be more before dark. We're not done yet.